أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Good day, listeners. I am Sani Yahaya, and on behalf of my humble self and the co-researchers eICCIIF and Yusuf Haji Usman, presenting Islamic banking, a financier for financial inclusion in northern Nigeria, in this conference, that is International Conference on Contemporary Issues in Islamic Finance 2020, which is organized by UNISHAM's Center for Islamic Finance Education and Research in collaboration with Islamic Finance Cluster. Presentation outline: introduction, literature review, followed by objective of the studies, then methodology and result and findings, then conclusion. Introduction. The key aspect of this research is financial inclusion, which is the process of ensuring access to financial service and timely and adequate credit needed by different groups at an affordable cost. So the issue of financial inclusion is talking about the provision of financial service to the group, and not only just provision, but the required services required by the groups, and also affordability of those financial services to the group intended. And there is what's called financial exclusion, which is the opposite of inclusion. The people that are not financially included, then they are financially excluded, as can be seen in the continuation that significant number of northern Nigeria are financially excluded for a variety of reasons. There are reasons that hinders this group of people to participate actively in the financial services or to partake in the services provided by financial institutions. Simply, these reasons are categorized into two: voluntary and involuntary reasons. So it is believed that Islamic banking could be an alternative to financial inclusion to this group of people that might consider their participation or lack of participation with these financial service providers if it's voluntary. The literature shows or document that there is low penetration in the financial service in Nigeria, especially in the northern part, and this is indicated by the percentage 18.75% penetration rate in Nigeria. This figure, if compared with other African countries like South Africa 53.9%, Namibia 47.4%, and Botswana 43.4%, you consider that the financial penetration is actually low in Nigerian in Nigeria, especially in the northern part of the nation. So it is believed that Islamic banking could provide alternative that will bring in these people that are financially excluded to join these financial institutions, as the capability of Islamic banking is in enhancing financial inclusion is echoed by different researchers or various researchers, Dogarawa, and also supported by Sani Yahaya and Tijani in recent time. So it is believed that Islamic banking is capable of providing or enhancing financial inclusion. Now, the objective of the study. The main objective of this study is to determine the major causes of financial inclusion and identify ways in which Islamic banking could help in enhancing the financial inclusion. So specifically, it's set to: one, to identify the major causes of financial inclusion, and two, to determine how Islamic banking will effectively provide financial needs of the poor and less privileged, and to determine how Islamic banking could enhance financial inclusion. Methodology. This research is cross-sectional, that is a collection of data in a particular moment of time, and then it used survey questionnaire based on 5 Likert scale, and the analysis was conducted using SPSS, descriptive and inferential, because after the descriptive there is also the regression analysis. So this is how and the method which was used in conducting this research. Now the result and findings. In the findings, in the descriptive analysis of this research, and we use this as the proxy to measure barriers. These are the proxies used to measure barriers to financial inclusion. That is, things that hinders the financial inclusion. And based on these statements, the participants in the research express their their they express their agreement and disagreement with the statement. If you look at this, the mean here under these statements, the mean is high, because the first on the first statement, which is higher cost of finance is a barrier to financial inclusions. The respondents agreed with this statement highly because the mean is 3.58, and the standard deviation is just 1.199. So this result indicates that the participants highly agreed with this statement. That is to say, these are the barriers that prevent them from participating or being financially inclusive. And this descriptive statistics also portrays it portrays potentials of Islamic banking in the provision of financial services. According to this statement, the participant shows their interest or reveal their agreement on this statement. Also, if you observe, the means is very high, indicating that the statement are agreed. The participant agreed with this statement, because earlier on I mentioned it used 5 Likert scale, and this 5 Likert scale ranging from 1 to 5. That is 1 strongly disagree, 2 agree, 2 disagree, and then 3 is neutral, while 4 is agreed, and 5 is strongly agreed. So if you look at this, the mean scores there, it indicates that most of these participants they highly agree with these statements. And then the next is also the descriptive presentation also of how Islamic banking could enhance financial inclusion. Also, this statement, public scale was used, and the mean also explain or indicates the agreement of this participant as far as this statement are concerned. And you can see that all the means are high here, and they indicate their agreement with the statement. And these are used as the proxies. This and the above descriptive are used as the statement are used as proxy for barriers and also perception to financial inclusion. And the regression analysis was conducted, where we have the model, we have R square of 0.455, which indicates that the combined effect of the independent variables is 45%. They were able to explain 45% variance of the dependent variable collectively, and this is the model fit. And the R square indicates it indicates the ability of the model to explain the variance of the dependent variables, and then this is the contribution of the variables. As I have said, perception and barriers, the process used for perception and barriers are already explained above in the descriptive analysis. So it shows that perception uh, is strongly related to financial inclusion, and also it is capable of explaining, it contributes to the contribution of this particular variable is 37%. Is 37%. Sorry, the video thing is misbehaving. Okay, it's 37%. And then the barriers has that of 44%. So if you look at this, we say that the perception and barriers uh, are strongly influencing financial inclusion. So the conclusion, based on the findings above, it is apparent that Islamic banking is capable of providing alternative finance services that could accommodate lots of unbanked populace in Nigeria at large, and in the northern part in particular. This could be achieved through improvement on awareness on the product and services offered by the bank, as well as making them available and easily reachable. Thank you for listening. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.